Hi, I'm Nezars and I do stuff. I think state machines is very necessary thing for game development. For some time I was using sorry, I have bad English. I was using derivative state machine from GD Quest. In their state machine system for state change there was past argument that was node position for next state, meaning each time you change state you need to fetch the node, which I thought was a bit redundant. So I made, in my version I added each state to state machine's dictionary and I pass only the name of the state. Well, that was until now. That was one thing that bothered me. The second thing is you can take a look here. For each state you need a node just for the state, and it comes with a full extension of node class. Not really practically useful thing. So I brainstormed how I can do that, and so let's check the new state machine system. In the project repository I'm including example project with platformer. It has idle, walking and jumping states. And I tried to keep it as easy to understand state machine system itself. So as you can see, the state machine has only exported arrays of scripts. They are idle, walk and jump. Let's start from the beginning. You need just drop in add-ons folder, state machine system. If you already have add-ons folder, then just state machine system folder. And let's check state machine base script. It's creating class named state machine and it's all setting it up. It has a dictionary that gets filled with keys of state names, so you can call them, set them. So in ready function, the state machine is waiting for owner to finish its ready method in case states need to fetch camera or something on owner's scene. But state machine doesn't implement setting the first state. That's done in inherited state machine. As you can see, state machine is calling states, unhandled input, physics process. If you need something more, you can easily create here and create on states. It has transition method. It exits from old state, sets new state and enters into next state. In case you need pass some parameters with dictionary, it's there. So I think logically would be take a look in player state machine. It's inheriting from state machine. I created it like its own class, and you can basically copy paste this part. It's handling deciding which is the first state, like here exported a string. I want first one to be idle, so it checks the dictionary of states, sets the state, enter, and this current state is just a string in case you need to check which is the current state. That's all from the state machine. So let's take a look in the state. Each state should set its name, so state sets dictionary of state machine states. It kind of twist on the brains. But state machine adds all states, fetch all the names and use them as keys in dictionary. So you can easily say state machine transition to and state's name, and it does all the job. Because I have implemented states as simply as scripts, they doesn't have any overhead of being node, meaning no implementation of multiplayer API and stuff like that. It's plain this script and nothing more. Also bringing some, not really problem, but you need to think a bit differently. In case you need to get tree. And since state doesn't inherit anything from nodes and doesn't get planted into tree, it doesn't know what tree is. But you can do like here, SM means state machine it belongs to. You can call simply SM get tree. You can use like state machine itself to get tree from the state. That's it. Also, if you need to create a timer, yeah, you can do that through state machine too. So the tricky part is this init function, which sets state machine it belongs to. I created like a player state class because it's player state. It probably need to reference player, and it's creating reference to player through state machine because state machine's owner is player. Because some GD script design, you need to include this part in all state machines, in all state scripts. Like, take a look on player idle. It extends player state. I created its own class name, and as I said before, you need to give name for the state. And on enter it plays idle. On unhandled input I have all necessary codes on the player, so states only call what it needs. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. You can dig through the repository. I have pretty much everything commented for the state machine system, but not so much on the player, which takes care of physics. Well, the player is actually extending actor, which is also base class. It's here, like how I set up decent platformer physics. Take a look at it and please comment what do you think about this state machine, and if you are using it or planning to using it, shout out to me on Twitter or give some comments on YouTube. I hope to see you next, so goodbye.